everyone, how are you? So this is Monica and I'm doing the My Peeps assignment. And what you will notice right off is that I have initialed everyone who is still alive, just to keep them anonymous. And then everyone who has passed on, you'll see their names. I wasn't sure about my dad's grandmother's last name, but this is what we believe it to be. She was married, so that's what we believe it to be. Um, so let's just get started. I am the youngest girl of 11. I have a younger brother, and then I have nine older siblings. There's me, and then my younger brother. So that's 11 total. My dad has about, I think it's 6 or 7 of them. My mom, it's about 8 of them, 8 or so. So I come from a really, really big family. So you can imagine like Thanksgiving dinner and Christmas is like fun chaos. So there's that. And then my mom's mom, I learned she had no problem remembering, you know, parents' names and grandparents' names because all of them, for the most part, their name is Rosa Lee. So her mom's mom is Rosalie. Her mom's mom is Rosalie. And I called my sister and I told her, my oldest sister, last night, I said, you know what? Your name was almost Rosalie. And she started laughing. I think she already knew that because she knew my mom's mom and my mom's grandmother, but I never had the opportunity to meet this line of individuals right here. I only met these. And my grandmother died when I was probably in elementary school on my dad's side. My granddaddy passed away when I was on my dad's side, when I was in college. My grandmother on my mother's side passed away in around 2010. So that's a little bit about my grandparents. Educational level of my parents and grandparents. Neither of them went to college. I don't think. I don't know about my great grandparents or my grandparents, but no, my parents didn't go to college. But they really stressed education in my household. Out of the 11 of us, probably all of us almost went to step foot in on a college campus, except for one. And so 10 out of 11 of us step foot on a college campus. Many of us have degrees at some shape or form, whether that's an associate's, a bachelor's, or master's, or a doctorate. I'm going to be the first one with the doctorate. And then my brother actually has an MD. So they really did a good job on making sure that we understood the importance of education. And I asked my dad, I was like, how'd you know to make us, go to school and focus on school? And he said, well, I saw how education, the lack of education, really had an effect on my life and what I was able to do. And same thing with my mom. She was like, yeah, if I would have gotten more education, I wish I would have gotten more education. So they really stressed it to their children. And then a little bit about what they do. I'll start with my grandparents. I know my mom's parents, my mom's grandparents own land. I've heard my family talk about that. My dad and my mom talk about that, and I know that my dad's side, at least his mom, they worked out in the field, and that's the way they were able to provide for the family. My dad really took up a lot of time with caring for his other siblings by working instead of when he became of age to go off and leave. He decided to stay and help his mom and his family with that. And yeah, that's my family history. That's my family tree. And I learned that there's a lot of websites that you can find more about this on if you pay for it. I know that I have some different ethnicity groups in my family tree just because my great aunt died, so my granddaddy's sister died. And I remember I was older by this time, and I remember I could remember things better. And one of the people who came to the funeral was an Indian, and I know that he is related to us. And then if you ever saw my granddaddy and you saw his siblings, you definitely know that there's different ethnicities in my background, especially with a heavy Indian descent. But, you know, any more about that, I really don't know. I believe that it's Indian on both ends of my family, on my mother's side and my father's side. They have pictures of relatives. I don't know where those pictures are. And they're kind of spooky because, you know, when people die and then you have those pictures around, like, but they're spooky to me. So so anyway, that's a little bit about that. So I kind of didn't want to go digging those up, but I'm sure I could find them if I wanted to. But that's a little bit about my family history. Thank you for listening to my Peeps presentation.